Hi guys, welcome to the channel Let's Automate. If you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe. This is our second video on the RPA challenge with the automation anywhere. In this video, we are going to show you how to complete the challenge in less than 3 seconds. Please go ahead and click on the bell icon for notifications and let's get started.
Hi, welcome back. So in this video we're going to go through the code that we've developed for RPA challenge, and we made some tweaks after the first video that we published. We took off some of the code which was not required, so it's more clean and has only about 36 lines of code. So we'll go through this particular bot line by line and understand what we've done here so that you can develop this bot on your own and perhaps beat the challenge. The best time that we could come up on this with while recording this video was 2.4 seconds. I think we'll see that at the end of the video, but let's get started. So the first line is to open the website rpachallenge.com. we're using a web recorder, navigate URL option. Until here, I'll let you know from which step the actual time gets started. So you can use navigate URL, you can use open file and program, doesn't really matter a lot. The next step is where we open the Excel file, and we know we can use database connection, but we wanted to try and use just automation anywhere, just the basic feature, and try and get an optimum result. So we're using Excel open spreadsheet command, where we've saved the challenge file. This is the challenge file that we've downloaded from RPA challenge website. We're trying to get multiple cells. Now we know what cells are filled in here, so that's why we are going ahead with get multiple cell. We can also do a get all cell, but I generally select multiple cell when we know what type of Excel file or what structure we have. Once we have the Excel data, we will activate the window. This is a precaution that we're taking. We don't necessarily need it, but it's a good thing to put on your code whenever you're working on a window or wherever you want to go to a window or action something on that. It's always a good idea to activate that. Now once activated, we have let me open that website. Okay, so we've downloaded the Excel from here, and now we're going to click on start. As soon as we click on start, we get to the round 1, where you can see the fields are all messed up, not in a particular order. We will begin the loop in each cell or each row in an Excel data set, meaning if you look at the challenge file, we have about 10 entries to make, which equals to 10 rounds on the RPA challenge. So we're just going ahead with each row in the Excel dataset. The first step what we do in the loop is where we capture all the details. If you see here, Excel column 1, 2, 3, 4 up till 7, which is these columns, right? So these are 7 columns. We're capturing Excel column 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on in the variables: first name, last name, company, role, address, email address and phone numbers. This is in sequence. Line number 14 to line number 16 is an additional step that we have taken. It's a preventive step. What happens sometimes if on an Excel file, if you have some data and then you delete it and save the Excel file, while you loop through it, automation anywhere would still loop through that blank cell. We don't want that. That's why we've put an if condition to stop the task. We have used the address as a random variable. You can use any variables that you see from line 7 to line 13. Line number 17 is very crucial. This is essentially the backbone of the entire code. Now if you are here on this video, you already know the concept of RPA challenge. If you object clone these fields, you will not find any unique value. So with every round these, let me just fill some jargon. So if you see, we are on round 2 and the sequence and the positioning has changed, so we cannot have a regular anchor of object cloning like maybe an ID or a label. All of that keeps changing, so we cannot go with anything unique, which means in every iteration we have to read every field and then fill the form accordingly. So what we've done here on line 17 is we are extracting the source of the web page, so basically extracting the source code of the web page. So let me show you how this would look like. Right, let me open up this command. I'll just click on launch. You see the HTML code of the particular page is captured here. So we're just capturing it on prompt assignment because we want to temporarily use this to capture the control ID of all the labels that we want to fill in as a part of the challenge. So let me quickly show you how this code looks like. All right, these are simple HTML. So let's say if you want to find the address, the control ID for the address, you'd find it here, right? So this is the ID with which we can locate the address field and fill in the details from the Excel file, right? And if you look at the rest of the lines, you'd see from line 18 to line 24 we've used string operations to actually capture the control ID for each of the fields. So from lines 18 to line 24 we are capturing the control ID for address, company, email, first name, last name, phone number, and the role. Now once we have the ID, we click on round button, which is this button here. Once we start, we'll get the details. We click on round 1, we'll fill the information, then we click on round 2, and so on. So we'll complete 10 rounds of the challenge. So that is a part of the code. We have used counters to proceed or progress to the next round. So it's a simple object clone or a web recorder option. Let me show you. So within the, you have a command which is round 1. We've just modified the caption so that we know where to click. Now from line number 26 to line number 32, these are the lines where we actually fill the form on the RPA challenge website. Okay, so I'll maybe show you a couple of them and that should give an idea. Now we've used web recorders and manage web controls command. Let me show you the advanced view. Now we're using control ID and we're using the variable add control ID or add CID, which is the control ID for the address label. So we're filling that in manually. We are also filling the control name manually with the same variable. Very important is the attributes. So there are 2 attributes that you got to add, or 3 attributes rather, that you need to add if it's not already captured. You can see ng-reflect-name, which should be label address in the same format, then name, which will be our variable for control ID, and ID, which of course will be the control ID variable. So these are few things that you need to set up so that every time the bot will read the source, identify the control ID, and fill the text in the right label. Now the address variable, we've already read that from the Excel file. You can see in line number 11. So we're going to type or set the text to v address. Let me cancel this. Let's go to the next one. Similarly, to fill in the company, we've done the same thing. We've fill in the company control ID as a variable for control name, control ID. Under attributes, same 3 attributes with these particular values. So the first value is label company name, which is the label of that particular field. In the ID and the name, we have used the variable of the control ID that we capture using the source command or extract source command. In set text, we are setting the text to v company, which we have captured in line number 9 on Excel, and so on. So now and so for all of the fields we've used the same logic, And once we fill in the form, we have a simple click option for submit. Just by the caption, same attribute, and a perform on click command. Now if you see, we have two extra commands here on line 35 and 36 for close window and delay. That is because we ran the RPA challenge bot on a loop to understand and to try and see what type of variance we get at every run. A lot of the time, you'd see there is a big difference in the challenge completion time based on the internet speed that you have or the place that you live in, your location around the world. But the optimum result that we could achieve was 2.4 seconds. So let me now quickly run the bot and we'll see the time. There you go. The best result that we got for whatever time we ran the bot on was 2485 milliseconds. That's roughly about 2.4 seconds. So go ahead, try and use this code, the same logic, and let us know in the comment what results you get. And if you have any other ways or any suggestions that we can modify in the code to get a better results, do let us know in the comment. Go ahead and like and share this video so that the others who are still struggling can get a result or get a better result on their RPA challenge journey. Thank you for watching and have a great day.